Improve your English, daily routine. Luis is 29 years old. He lives with his parents in a small house in Sao Paulo, Brazil. He works in an office during the day, but he has a big dream: he wants to travel to New York City at the end of the year. To make his dream come true, Luis needs to learn English. He is a self-taught learner, which means he learns by himself. He uses the internet to study, and he watches a lot of English videos on YouTube. Every night, after work, Luis takes out his cell phone and starts studying. He opens YouTube and searches for videos with short stories in English. He loves watching short stories, funny stories and videos with travel stories. Luis is very organized. He has a big notebook where he writes down all the new words he learns. He also writes down the definitions of the words. He wants to remember all the new words he learns. I need to learn as many words as possible, he says to himself. I want to be able to speak English fluently. One night, Luis is watching a video about a famous American actor. He hears a word he doesn't understand. It's the word charming. What does charming mean, he asks himself. He pauses the video and opens a dictionary app on his phone. He searches for the word charming and reads the definition. Oh, it means pleasant and attractive, he says. He writes the word charming and its definition in his notebook. He also writes a sentence using the word. The actor is very charming, he writes. Luis knows that learning new words is important, but he also wants to improve his listening skills. He watches the same videos again and again, trying to understand every word. He repeats the sentences he hears in the videos, trying to sound like a native speaker. Practice makes perfect, he says to himself. I need to practice every day. One day, Luis is talking to his friend, Carlos. Carlos, I'm going to New York City at the end of the year, he says. That's amazing. Carlos says. You're going to have so much fun. I'm really excited, Luis says. But I'm a little nervous about speaking English. Don't worry, Carlos says. You're learning fast. You'll be fine. Luis is still nervous, but he knows that he needs to keep practicing. He wants to be able to speak English confidently when he is in New York City. He keeps watching English videos and practicing his pronunciation. He writes down new words and phrases in his notebook. He also tries to speak English with his friends and family. One day, Luis is watching a video about New York City. He sees a picture of the Statue of Liberty. Wow, he says. I can't wait to see it in person. He imagines himself walking around New York City, speaking English with the locals. He smiles. I'm going to make it happen, he says to himself. I'm going to be fluent in English. Luis knows that learning a new language takes time and effort. But he is determined to achieve his goal. He knows that the journey is just as important as the destination. The only way to do great work is to love what you do, he says to himself. And I love learning English. Luis continues to study English every day. He is excited about his trip to New York City, and he is confident that he will be able to communicate with the people there. He knows that learning English will open up many new opportunities for him, both in his personal and professional life. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams, he says. And I believe in my dream of speaking English fluently. Louise is a young man with a big dream. He is determined to achieve his goal, and he is confident that he will succeed. He knows that with hard work and dedication, anything is possible.